Oh, this is it. The roller coaster capital of the US. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. JohnnyJans here, and I am finally made it for my first time ever. Cedar Point. This is gonna be a day of fun, epic day of fun. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna do all the roller coasters. There's like 17 plus roller coasters, and I don't have fast lane, but I'm definitely gonna do what I can, and I'm gonna have fun doing. So I invite you today to join me as we go inside this most awesome park for some epic meandering around. Check it out, greeted by the Peanuts topiary. That's fun. I recognize topiaries where we're from. Look at that beautiful American flag greeting us. It's a nice entrance. Right here, right is open. Nothing's running yet, so I haven't seen any coasters actually grace the skyline. But talk about skyline. This is Gatekeeper. It is the center of the welcome gate. They position this right above the welcome gate to welcome you to the roller coaster kingdom. And Gatekeeper is a wing coaster that actually threads the needle of those two pillars there. B&M wing coaster. Wow. Just looking at Gatekeeper just gets me excited to just thread the needle of those spikes there. This is so cool. All right, so since I got Junior Jans with me today, we're gonna do a height check and see just what he is tall enough for. Oh, he gets a special wristband, that's good. Let's get your height check, bud. Stand right there. Let's see what you can do. He's in the 50! High five! That means more rides for you. So apparently that's one of the first things that we should do, especially if you have little ones. Go get their height check and they can give them a wristband so that way you know, so you don't have to measure each ride as you go. So now he's locked in and we know exactly what he can ride. And that's what you want right there. Officially through the gate. I wonder if they have another holding area. The running of the bulls has started, even though I feel like I'm the only one running. It was a thing. I don't know, maybe it's not a thing anymore. There's the official Cedar Point sign in front of the carousel. Again, we got Gatekeeper. We got a pirate ship. Ocean Motion. That's not what it's about. What it's about is trying to find your favorite coaster. 17 to choose from. Where are you gonna start? And you know where I'm gonna start? Millennium Force. Right now we're looking at Raptor looming over us. That's an inverted, B&M inverted. I think it used to be one of the largest ones. Built back in like the 90s though. Definitely older. We're going down the main strip. Doesn't seem so crowded. I was kind of high up in the line though. There was a crowd coming behind us. It's not about that though. Got Val Raven, just is a B&M dive coaster right behind Mantis there. I mean, not Mantis, Raptor. What else we got? Of course, we got Top Thrill 2 way in the distance. You see the sky ride above us. That's cool. This is awesome. So, and you can't even see all the rides Cedar Point has. It's very spread out. It's a very large peninsula. A lot of things right now. Yeah, I've watched so much videos on this, I feel like I've been here, but I was never really here. This is cool. Super excited. Thanks for joining today. It's gonna be epic. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't done so, please click that thumbs up button. It makes YouTube and myself very happy. So we're in Cedar Point today. Woo! Top Thrill 2 just looks insane. Even from here, it looks huge. And as I get closer, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Again, I don't know if Top Thrill 2 is gonna be even open today. What we're looking at is the corkscrew of one of the original Aero loopers. I just forgot the name of it right now. We'll find out later. And then you got Power Tower, but look how much bigger like the spike looks for Top Thrill 2 here. Okay, we gotta run again because there it is, Millennium Force. We go. This is Siren's Curse right here. It opens in 2 days. It's a tilt coaster where the whole platform tilts up and then you drop. There's Rougarou. This used to be a stand-up coaster. Then they converted it into, I think, a floorless coaster. Used to be Mantis way back in the day. They rethemed it to Rougarou, which I love because it's French werewolf. Siren's Curse. There it is. 2 days. And that's gonna be open. I'm glad I'm not here though, because the park might be less crowded and work out for me before that sucker opens. This coaster was supposed to be in Mexico, and they moved it here because they had so many problems with Top Thrill 2. They needed another attraction. So they relocated this from Mexico. Coming up on Rougarou again, French version of the werewolf. Gotta love that. I love werewolf coasters if you see my Epic Universe video. Again, it's old, not iconic. We could probably get on that later. Not super busy. Again, everyone's going over here to Millennium Force and getting that knocked out. Voted the greatest coaster many years in a row. Opened in 2000, 300-foot Giga. Elevator chain lift. It was innovative. It was one of the first coasters to ever use the elevator chain lift to the top. There's the iconic sign for Millennium Force right there. There it goes. Look how much fun everyone's having. 25 years of Giga-sized thrills right here. Pretty exciting. It is a hot day too. It feels like I'm in Florida. We're in the middle of a heat wave here in Ohio, so not the cool weather that I thought I was gonna be a part of. Here it comes. Oh man, look at that thing cruise. Very fun. Just check out how close it gets along the cage. Oh my gosh, you can feel the wind. That's fun. I feel like it's fitting to start with this big guy right here. If anything else, at least I get this done. See you on the other side. Wow, Millennium Force complete, and it delivered as far as speed. I would say this coaster's a little bit forceless, not that intense. It's actually a great start, but the best part is probably going up along Lake Erie there, and you can see into Canada almost. It is amazing, and how fast you take the lift hill right down to the first drop is fun. But that is officially now the fastest I've ever gone on a roller coaster, 90 miles per hour. It was pretty epic, and I think it was a great way to start my day here at Cedar Point. I really have to turn my camera to see the top of Millennium Force there. It's that big. Now meandering around some of these pathways here. Now this isn't a theme park, but it is themed beautifully. Right down to the outhouse. Hello? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll go. I didn't realize it was being used. Hey, there's horses. There is a lot of shade right now, so that's good, at least for this side of the park over by Millennium Force. Will it continue? I don't know. But I'm gonna explore around, see what else I'm gonna go see. I'm just super excited to take it all in. Like I said, didn't get the fast lane, so I know that I'm not doing all the coasters, and that's okay. Honestly, if I have done Millennium Force today and that was it, I'm pretty happy with that. That was just a lot of fun. And look at this, even if you're not into coasters, there's other things you could check out. Here we got the barnyard. It's a whole petting farm full of horses and llamas and goats, cows. I mean, that's pretty cool too. So it's not just about roller coasters here at Cedar Point, but it mainly is about roller coasters at Cedar Point. Tell by the twangy music that we're entering into Frontier Town, as they call it. That's Maverick right there. That's comparable to Velocicoaster. It's an intimate launch coaster. Actually, a lot of people really love it. A lot of tight turns, a lot of fun launches. It's not the highest coaster or anything like that, but it is very popular, and I hear it's very fun. Also, probably a big line. I'll go check out the wait time, see what we can do if I can actually get on that. But this is beautiful. Look at the town here. They got like a raft boat or something there. Looks like they go around the river, I'm not sure. Another good shot of Maverick. Now, this coaster is interesting. When they first built this, they put a Heartline roll inside the coaster, but unfortunately, it was too intense, so they removed the Heartline roll even before it opened. It was right there where it goes to those rocks, and now it's just a little twisty, kind of like Cheetah Hunt. But so this coaster would have been more intense had it kept the original Heartline roll. But this was the first coaster of its kind, the Intimate Launch Coaster. They have perfected this with VelociCoaster now, where they put the Mosasaurus roll, so it's like equal to the Heartline roll that Maverick would have had. And there it goes down the drop there. Looks very fun. I'm excited. So right now Maverick is an hour and 45-minute wait. The app said 15. I wouldn't trust the app when you're meandering around here because we went to the ride. So I'm not gonna wait an hour 15 where I have VelociCoaster at home and it's actually the better version than this. So if I don't get on Maverick, it's okay. I kind of already know what it feels like because I've been on VelociCoaster. I've been on Cheetah Hunt at Busch Gardens. Similar. I mean, I know it's a great ride, but that's okay. Here's Steel Vengeance, currently closed right now. Maybe open up later. One of the most popular rides in the world. Everybody says it's so good and I hope to get on it. But I have Iron Gwazi, so if I don't make it on Steel Vengeance, I've been on Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens. It's similar. This is better than Iron Gwazi, I hear. This used to be Mean Streak. It was an old wooden coaster, much smaller than this. So Rocky Mountain Construction, they rebuilt the coaster using the old wood of Mean Streak and then made it a lot higher and probably made one of the greatest coasters of all time, Steel Vengeance, is what I hear. Looks like right now we're gonna head to the train, and I love trains at theme parks. It's not about waiting today. It's not about riding the coasters and waiting forever. It's about enjoying my time at Cedar Point and doing just what I can do. And what I can do right now is the train and their shade because it is very hot out today. Luckily, I got the drink package. Highly recommend it because I went to go ask for some water and they say you have to go to the fountains. So we're already saving money and just getting drinks. So it's... And nothing beats a train ride across an amusement park. And this one is complete with skeleton Western townfolk. The theming was on point. Even had live action shots with fire and things happening all over the skeleton town. Also provided wonderful views of the coasters as well as amazing views of Lake Erie. And then after the train ride, Steel Vengeance opened up and it was time to go ride. Beautiful. And oh my gosh, is that coaster slap. That was insane. The twists, the turns, the forces, it was absolutely nuts. And even though I waited almost an hour for it, I knew it was gonna be worth it, and it definitely was. 2.5 minutes of the most out of control fun I haven't experienced since I did Iron Gwazi. That was insane. Those RMC coasters, they're so smooth, but they are wild, and I loved it. Steel Vengeance definitely lives up to the hype. But right now, I am going on a classic Cedar Point attraction. This is the Cedar Creek Mine Ride. It's a family minecart coaster, and it's really fun. So we definitely got to do this. It's a traditional coaster you can bring the whole family on. Kind of shakes you around, but it maneuvers over the water. It's just a fun little family coaster.
It's super fast.
One of the things to know is what to bring to these parks. If you have a lot of bags and things, they do have lockers. I just brought my hip pack. If you weren't gonna just bring your hip pack and you did want to get one of these big lockers, it's only $12 for the day. Best thing to do is pay the $12 because you can switch your lockers. So if you get a locker over here by like Steel Vengeance, which you have to put everything in a locker, and then just move your stuff with different lockers throughout the day, and you've only spent $12. So that's actually a better deal when you think about it. I'm gonna check out one of these old wooden coasters right here, Gemini. It is a racing coaster, but I do not think it's racing today. They've been having some trouble. They've only been running one train. All right, so it looks like I'm not gonna do Gemini as of right now. As you can see, they're stuck up on the lift hill and they got a ride out that's gonna come and evacuate them, which is kind of a fun thing that you don't get to the on-show exit there. Someone's gotta tell TPM Vids. So I'm gonna skip this ride and see what else we can do. Well, one of the things the kids can enjoy, they have a Camp Snoopy, and check this out. It's one of my favorite things. It's a water fountain. So cool with Snoopy, Woodstock, and the gang right on top, coming over the cliff, a little waterfall action. A nice touch. And speaking of a nice touch, it is literally right across from this monstrosity. Welcome to Top Thrill 2. Unfortunately, I will be not going as fast as a race car today because Top Thrill 2 will not be opening today, as the sign tells me. I was very excited to try this coaster. Largest in the world right now. That's the Spike launching to 120 miles per hour. Crazy. Where is it? Oh, here it comes back. Oh my gosh, at least I got to see it launch. Wow. "120 miles per hour. Top Thrill 2. They say it's not opening today, but they are testing it. That's cool. Wow. Awesome. Corkscrew, one of the oldest aero loopers of its kind. One of the first, actually. When they started making roller coasters go upside down, it started with the aero looper. So this is one of the oldest steel coasters in the park right here that we're gonna try. Right across from Top Thrill 2. It's now time to do the most iconic attraction and take to the sky on the Cedar Point Sky Ride. This is gonna be fun. It gives me a bird's eye view of the park, and already I'm just loving the picturesque view every time I go to the top of a roller coaster here at the park. Raptor, it's the green one, blue streaks in the back. Downtown Sandusky above, so cool.
I would like that wooden one.
Yeah, that's Blue Streak. Hey, yeah, if it's open, yeah, I'm gonna ride it. Wow, beautiful Ferris wheel overlooking the ocean. That's good to do at night, I hear. This place is pretty cool, I have to say. Very picturesque, very awesome. A lot of good rides. So I'm a little bummed out because right here is Magnum XL 200, one of the original hyper coasters, 200 feet. It's iconic, but unfortunately it is closed right now. Maybe it'll come up later and I'll get lucky because I really wanted to ride it. Again, iconic old coaster, but I feel like I had to go actually experience it. So I'm a little sad I might not to get ride Magnum today. We'll see how it plays out. Walking by the water park area, I don't have tickets to that. Probably should on such a hot day, but it is super crowded. But I'm heading over to the iconic Cedar Point Beach, which you can just go access. It's a free beach located just outside of Cedar Point. You get your re-entry ticket, you can come back in and enjoy some more roller coasters. But now I can go see Lake Erie and touch it. Here we are in front of the Hotel Breakers, and we have the beach. I got boats pulled up, and you can just walk right on the beach. Sand looks very nice. Kind of like Florida Beach. Probably is. We're gonna make our way down to Lake Erie. Can you believe this is a lake and not the ocean? That just kind of blows my mind. Just looking down the skyline of the beach, you have all these world record breaking coasters right in front of us right now. That is awesome. I bet at night it looks equally as awesome when it's all lit up right here. And here we are, touching Lake Erie right now. There it is. Nice. Soaking my feet. Love it. This is nice and cloudy. It looks and feels like a lake. It's very refreshing though. This is how Cedar Point pretty much started. It started as a beach, a little recreation picnic area. Became a couple of amusement things to do back in the 1900s. And then suddenly it just started sprawling more and more as an amusement park. And then eventually a world-renowned amusement park with record-breaking roller coasters. But I'm glad they still kept the beach. They opened it back up. It was closed at one point where you couldn't access the beach, but then the people Sandusky outraged and they wanted the beach back. So Cedar Point opened up the beach, and this is a free beach. You don't even have to go to Cedar Point, and you can enjoy the wonderful shores of Lake Erie and then go back to riding roller coasters. I am on the new section of Cedar Point, well, newish, called the boardwalk area, as you see the Ferris wheel, and it's also close to the next roller coaster, Gatekeeper, that I just did. It was my first wing coaster, and it was amazing. I loved how it just flew through the track, and when it threads the needle was like my favorite part. And it has a lot of floater air time. It was a beautiful coaster. I think it's gonna be my top 3 coasters today that I've done so far. I definitely enjoyed Gatekeeper. And I love this section of the park. It's very spread out. Not a lot of shade though on this super hot day, but I don't think that they get normal heat like this is today. So we're walking down the causeway again, and here's one of the things you gotta watch out when you come to Cedar Point is the crosswinds. Storms come fast and wind comes hard between the two lakes. And anytime there's wind, all these big coasters are gonna shut down. So if Top Thrill was even open, that would be shut down. Millennium Force, the Sky Ride is shut down, and that could just happen instantly. So that's why I think it's just best that we got them done early in the morning, because you never know. But on a brighter note, the wind is also very welcome because it's so hot. It's nice to get a little cloud cover into the evening. So I'm not complaining. I love this strip though. You got all the coasters just lined up right down the causeway here. All these great coasters. It's really some epic shots. Over here in front of us, that's Raptor B&M inverted coaster. I did that. That's pretty much what you expect it to be. You really can't see where you're going, much like a traditional inverted coaster. Montu at Busch Gardens, Batman the Ride, things like that. They're fun. Old, they really beat you up a little bit, but still fun. And over here, that's Blue Streak going up the hill right there. The old wooden coaster. Oh my gosh, I think I left my stomach back there on that one. That was shaky and crazy and fun. JohnnyJans loved it, of course. All right, Val Raven is complete. Val Raven was very smooth ride. I prefer SheiKra at Busch Gardens, especially with the water effect, but it's still good B&M dive coaster. But Blue Streak was nuts. Wow. All right, I finally made it to this side of the park, and this is Iron Dragon suspended coaster. Rumor is this is the last year for Iron Dragon, so it's kind of cool that we're gonna ride this now. Family coaster, so the kids can ride it too. We're gonna go try it out. Suspended, so if you remember the bat at King's Dominion or the big bad wolf at Busch Gardens, there's not too many suspended coasters left in the world. So I'm gonna go try this. This is a fun kind. And it's a perfect family kid type coaster. Not too crazy, not too thrilling. It's got some good whipping action, which is nice. We're here in the lagoon. The funny thing is, I mean, this coaster's not that big, but it's not that small, but it looks so tiny compared to Top Thrill 2 here. This is the spike that we're looking at. It's incredible loud. But when you're up on Top Thrill 2, Iron Dragon would look like a dot as you see it below. It's kind of funny. All right, as my night is drawing to a close, I have, I think, just one more coaster that I can do. And it's kind of cool to me because it's Rougarou, little French werewolf action. Beware the tale of the Rougarou. Formerly Mantis. Formerly a stand-up coaster, but now you get to sit down. It's probably more comfier that way. Stand-up coasters were never that comfortable. But check out the claws, the mark of the beast right there. Rougarou. So cool. Oh, it's going up. Here, I'll get a shot of it. Oh, look at this. It's like we're walking through the swamps of the Louisiana Bayou right here. Watch out for the Rougarou. Gonna get you. Rougarou complete. And that was actually a fun one. I loved the interactivity with the water, how it just goes over the water. It felt like just a Louisiana swamp being chased by a werewolf. At least that's what was going on in my head. Well, folks, there it is. My day at Cedar Point is complete. I thought it was an amazing theme park. I'm so glad that I got to come and visit this place for the first time. Roller coaster capital of the US. I had an awesome time. So many roller coasters. Didn't get to do them all. Still wish that Magnum was open. Maverick didn't have quite a long line. And of course, Top Thrill 2 was down. So that was kind of sad. But what I did get to do was amazing. Steel Vengeance, one of the best coasters I've ever ridden. Millennium Force, that thing was just hauling. Awesome to go at 90 miles per hour. Gatekeeper right there, that was amazing. Definitely my third favorite at the park. And then the other coasters were great too, but not just the coasters. The scenery was beautiful, and there was just so much fun just to look around at all the picturesque views. I highly recommend coming here to Cedar Point if you haven't already. I feel like I'm like the last person who's ever been here anyway, but I had a really fun time. Can't wait to come back again and do those coasters that I miss. But that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for watching this video. My vacation is going to continue because now I'm about to leave Ohio, cross over to Indiana, and do who knows what. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you like my videos, give me that thumbs up. It makes YouTube and myself very happy. But until next time, I'm JohnnyJans, and as always, I'll catch you out there. Meandering around!